Are we going? Are we
Yeah,
are we
so
going?
you go now, yep.
Okay. Welcome to another round of Around the Cooler. And I got Heather Petecky over here with me, a Banff resident, one of our Q favorites.
Q favorite?
Q favorites.
That's special.
We're on the gondola, the Banff Gondola, and something that we were talking about on the ride up, and that is lifestyle. This is the best part about it. What's your favorite part?
100%. It's why I live here. The hiking, the mountain biking. We've got 3 ski hills in a close distance. Being a mortgage broker, and you get to have that flexibility, get out to the hill midweek or get out on a hike or that kind of thing. The perfect place to be.
You live in town though.
Yep.
You live like right
in town.
What's your favorite part about living in town?
What I love about living in Banff is that we can walk everywhere. There's like the schools there, the grocery store, my office, my work. It's all less than a 10-minute walk.
So would you say that you know Banff really well?
I think so. Oh, trivia time.
No,
Yeah?
no, I'm not going to ask now.
Okay.
I'm going to save it.
Ooh, I don't want to be embarrassed because I have lived here a long time and I should know Banff pretty well, but I guess it depends what kind of questions you've Googled.
Are you usually the Trivia Pursuit champ?
You know, my dad actually was offered to go in on the Trivial Pursuit game back in the 80s.
What did he say?
Seriously?
Yeah, working at General Motors in Ontario, and the guys putting together the game asked him if he wanted to go in on it. He said no.
Huh?
Bad business move. So yeah, we played some Trivial Pursuit in our day.
Do you personally have a story like that where you had an opportunity and that you
good question. Like something that I missed out on?
that you feel you wish you did?
I don't think so.
No?
No regrets.
No regrets.
I don't have the tattoo that says that, but no regrets.
That's my credo. No regrets.
Mm-hmm. Really, none?
Ah, God, no. I mean, you're pressuring me. It's like, I mean, we all know that I was a child actor. What?
So tell us a little bit about the background.
I mean,
that's right.
Right? So I was like 8 years old, going to elementary school in Ontario. They filmed A Christmas Story.
Your
the movie,
dad's favorite story.
Right? Where the tongue gets stuck to the flagpole. It was like a pretty big deal when you're like 8 years old, 1983.
And how did that happen? How did that even come about?
It was just the elementary school that I went to. I think it was because it was like a really old brick building, so they wanted that setting. So then they used some kids from the school in the classroom scenes.
Thank you, Heather. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
So are you originally from Ontario?
Yep.
I didn't know
Yep.
this. So,
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about
So,
your background.
Ontario till I was 10. Then my family moved to Nova Scotia, small town Nova Scotia girl. After my first year of university, came out here for the summer, fall in love with the town. Boom, next thing you know, 30 years has rolled by and here you are.
That's wild,
Yeah.
actually. That's wild. And how did you get into brokering?
I was living in Banff, doing waitressing, mountain biking, snowboarding. Been here long enough, it was time to buy a place. Went to the RBC in Canmore, sat down across from the lady at the RBC to get a mortgage. Had to go into work that night as a waitress. My back was sore, my shoulders were sore. I was over it. I just looked at her and I was like, I can do this. This looks like a good job. I can do this. She's got a desk. She's got power. She's like going to give me money. And at the same time, my sister was actually in the process of getting her mortgage broker license. So chatted with her about it, took the course, and that would have been 2007. And then met with the fabulous Trisha Isaac, also of Quantus. And she took me under her wing, taught me all of her ways.
Yeah, the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Since then.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to jump out.
We're here.
We were talking about mortgage brokering and how you got into mortgage brokering.
Yep.
Time flies. You know, you've been doing it now at least 09.
Yeah.
And you've been with Q the whole time?
Started with Mortgage Intelligence.
Am I? That's right. That's right. One of the OGs.
Yeah, OG.
OG,
Yep.
That's,
Committed to the queue.
We're lucky. We're blessed, to have people like you on our team. I say this all the time, and I really mean it. What's your favorite part about brokering?
It's just the feeling. I mean, it's hard for everyone. It seems like it's hard to get a mortgage today more than ever. Absolutely. But I feel like in Banff, it's always been hard. Our prices are higher. I feel like we're starting to level out with everybody else now. But for me, it's just that feeling of satisfaction of being part of the process for people when they finally are able to purchase.
When I see you and I see some of your strength and some of your skills, you having your people skills working in the industry, coming
Absolutely.
back from like the service industry. And what would you say would be one of your biggest takeaways from that you apply every day?
I mean, I think it's everything. People want to be seen, people want to be heard. And I think just really communicating with people, and probably from my years in the service industry in Banff, really brought that into the brokering.
I notice with you too is your ability to build these relationships, establish these relationships you've had for a long time.
Relationships are everything, and I think that's true everywhere for everyone, but I think even more so in a small town. We've got one elementary school, one high school, so the families in town, which is a lot of the business that I do, you're all in each other's lives in some capacity. You see each other at the grocery store, the one post office, 100%. It's all about the relationships.
I know you're entrenched here. You're a single mom at one point, and you have your little guy who's hilarious. When you look at your business and what you do, how has that affected you and your, the sight lines and your future vision? I'm
incredibly grateful to have had this career because it's allowed me to be able to be a mom and be there for, the 3:00 school pickup and volunteering at the school or that sort of thing and still have a career. I'm above and beyond grateful that I've been able to mesh those two worlds and also the whole mountain biking and snowboarding and hiking and lifestyle. And Quantus has always been a very strong supporter of relationships and families, and it's never about hounding the bottom line and the numbers and you've got to hit all these targets to make it. Like, you've always really seen the whole picture in our lives. So
we're lucky. I said that earlier, and I meant that. We are really lucky because it's about having good people around you, and I think that's the most important thing. Out of all of the activities that you have out here, which one's your favorite one that you could do?
I'd have to go seasonally. So winter snowboarding and then summer hiking, because you just get to spots like this.
That's awesome. Okay, so I am freezing and I'm sure you are starving, as I'm starving, and I figure some food will warm us up and we can go inside and have some lunch.
Good idea.
Up for that?
Up for that.
You know what I love about the Q family? Every time we sit down, we get together and we eat and we have some drinks and we have some laughs. Like, this is all part of it. This is something that I love about it. I think it reminds me, just about childhood and how we used to do that with all our family and stuff. So
absolutely. No, I don't like the food pusher. I love it. It's so true. At all the Q events, you're the guy going around like grandma, putting out the food, like eat. And I really, honestly, am really happy that you just told me that, because I always just thought you just wanted to fatten us all up while you're all fit and firm.
Well, I'm traumatized because you said grandma.
Well, no, but like the grandma
Can we edit that? It's a total compliment. I got it. I can see it.
I love that. That's true. Yeah. It is.
Tell me your favorite part of Q and what Q means to you.
I think if I was to take one word for what Q means to me, it's support. Knowing that I'm in a brokerage that has my back. I'm going on 15 years that I've been doing it, so there's going to be those couple of files where at the last minute you're just like, whoa, I need support, and I pick up that phone and you or Todd, you're there. That's huge. It's everything. It's the reason why I've been with Quantus from the get-go, because that's what Quantus means to me.
I look at those opportunities, and coming from the service industry, I've always looked at it this way. It's like you almost welcome them because that gives you an opportunity to show your strength.
Absolutely.
Build that relationship, make it even stronger. So make a friend.
Absolutely.
Right? And they know they're in the trench with you. Absolutely. At the same time. And so it's like you working hard for them, fixing a situation that completely pops out of nowhere, last minute.
And you learn from it, and you'll never make that mistake again.
That's right.
Whatever it is, that you will double check the next time.
That's right. That's right. So resiliency, you get resiliency.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you were to go back in time and you could change anything about your life, what would it be?
I don't know, you might have stumped me. It sounds cliche, but I honestly feel like I am living the dream. Like, I've got a great life, I've got great work, I've got in a beautiful place with good friends, great partner, a great kid. Though I love my life, I often have this like alternate vision of myself selling coconuts on the beach in Hawaii and surfing my days away if I wasn't living this life.
I'd buy coconuts from you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part about what we do now is that we're investing in ourselves,
Yeah,
right? When you invest in yourself, I think that's the biggest reward.
yeah, definitely.
So, how much you've grown, it's unreal.
I know, it's been a while. Like, looking back now, it feels like I was young when I started with Quantus because it was.
You haven't changed a bit. I'm sure we have a before and after picture, eh? Or a before and during,
We all can pull one up.
Yeah. Part of our Around the Cooler interviews, part of our...
Around the suite.
Yeah. We always have a game that we play. Maybe we do that on the way down. We're going to play a trivia game.
Okay.
So going back to our Trivial Pursuit,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to have, but it's going to be Banff trivia.
Oh, no.
So really going to test your knowledge, really going to test your knowledge on it.
Really bad if I fail it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I need to eat one of these. That's it.
That is hilarious. Part of the Around the Cooler is a game that we get to play in, so we're going to play the trivia game.
All right.
If you get this wrong or right, if you get it wrong, I get to ask you a question, a personal question.
Okay.
If you get it right, you get to ask me a question.
Okay.
When was Banff National Park established?
Banff National Park, not the town site of Banff as a town. I believe the national park was 1884 or 86.
Close. Okay.
What was it?
85.
Oh, I was right. I knew 84, 86, 85.
But two parts to this
Yeah.
question. Second part, was Banff National Park the first established park
In Canada. Yeah,
See,
100% we
See?
are.
Okay, so go ahead. You got the point. So,
Okay, my question to you, one of your favorite board games.
Scrabble.
Stop lying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to like Mousetrap.
Yes,
was one of my
Mousetrap.
favorites.
Mousetrap's good.
Okay, second question. Which town is higher, Lake Louise, Banff, or Canmore?
Ooh, I should really know that. I know Banff is higher than Canmore, and I'm going to say,
Going with your gut on this one, aren't you?
I'm going to say Banff is higher. 4,500 feet elevation.
Looks like Lake Louise is the highest
Yeah,
town.
that makes sense, of
Yeah,
course.
in the
of
nation.
course,
In
of
the
course,
nation.
of course.
And then Banff is the second highest.
Yeah,
And,
that makes sense.
but 5,200 and 4,600 feet. Who is your favorite superhero?
Black Widow.
Black Widow?
Yeah,
Really?
sure.
Okay, so why Black Widow?
I am pulling one out of my butt here, Paul. I dressed up as
She
all
pulled
these.
the Black Widow out of her butt.
I dressed up as all these superheroes for Halloween because my partner and my kid are superhero crazy. I don't know superheroes at all.
Comic-Con.
I've been to them,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite?
Well, you know
superhero?
what? I have a few, but
Yeah.
I like Superman. I
Yeah.
always say Superman.
Oh, he's
but,
solid.
yeah. How did Banff get its name?
I do know this. CP Rail, the guy from Scotland.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins? And I think it's something to do with a guy from CP Rail and his
He
hometown
was the
was...
CEO. I think it was Mr. Baggins.
What is this about? Am I supposed to be getting this joke about Baggins? His hometown was Banff, Scotland, I believe.
You're right. And Bilbo
So
Baggins, he lived in Banffshire.
Okay.
Banffshire.
Oh, okay.
Banffshire.
I'm
Right?
I'm
Right?
confused. I'm confused on this Bilbo. I feel like I'm supposed to know who Bilbo Baggins is. Oh God, Lord of the Rings! I can't get rid of this stuff. It's like Lord of the Rings, superheroes.
But you're close, actually, because
Okay.
it's like the northeastern Scottish county of Banffshire.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Rio, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. I learned some things here.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you were a car,
Yeah.
what car would you be?
I would just be like the reliable station wagon, 1985 Cutlass, whatever it's called. I don't know cars. Steady, reliable,
Starts every time.
dependable, not flashy, just like
Seats worn out.
functional.
This is a good question,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
What
I'm
does
ready.
Banff Park have that no other national park in the world has?
Oh, geez.
Another
I
personal
don't think
question.
this is the answer. Okay.
If you could have vodka or gin, what would be your
How does that have anything to do with it?
what would be your preference?
Probably vodka, because gin kind of reminds me of early university days a little
Yeah.
too much.
I'm kind of dropping hints here, but so if you were
Oh, a Park Distillery!
That's a
I
big
knew
one.
that we were a UNESCO World Heritage, but I was like, clearly other national parks
they're like,
have
that's
to have that
educated.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. That,
Oh, super
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
When I found out we were doing this, Ria was like, what do you want to ask Paul? So I thought about it. Voltron. We got 5 lions. Body, arms, legs. What colors are the 5 lions of Voltron?
Okay, so I'm going back. I haven't worn my Voltron in forever.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? I don't really know Voltron, but because you wore the t-shirt, I was told by my publicists
Jerry.
to ask this question.
I want to say 1 yellow, 2 blues, 2 reds, but I might be wrong. There may be a green in there.
You kind of got it, but you missed the color of the body.
The color of the body. Oh.
It's okay to fail.
You know, picturing right now, I want to say silver, but I think it's green.
So the body is black, the arms are red and green, and the legs are blue and yellow.
I'm not getting the tattoo now, the Voltron tattoo.
If you weren't doing mortgages, what would you be doing instead?
Probably be flipping burgers.
Really?
Yeah, at a food truck.
Well, because you're a food pusher.
Of
course you would.
On an island by a beach.
Yes.
So wearing Todd's Bahama hammock.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Todd's brand. It's called Brock Hard, just so you guys know. So, but ultimately, I would like to be doing something where you're helping somebody.
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you this. Back up. Okay. What would you do?
I actually went to school many moons ago, have a degree in psychology, minor in nutrition, and I'm just now really seeing the the body-mind connection, what we eat, how it affects our mental state, all that kind of stuff. So I find that whole stuff, all that fascinating. I feel like I'd do something in that field.
I love that.
Aside from selling coconuts on the beach in Hawaii.
Yeah, while you're doing
in
that,
my
have a
bathing
coconut,
suit
let's have a talk.
Yeah,
right?
but I could, that field interests me.
Yeah.
Okay, last question for you. You've got a kid, 22. Any words of wisdom?
First of all, they're always your kid, right? So it feels like they never grow up.
Yeah.
You always think of them in this light, and then you realize one day they're an adult.
Yeah.
And they're teaching you things. And I think that to me is probably the biggest thing, is remembering or reminding myself you're still a student.
Yeah.
You know? And so being able to take from them and learn from them. And then give when they want it, because it's usually we give when they don't need it. It's more impactful giving when they want it. So that concludes.
It's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. So thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you guys for driving out from Calgary.
Doing all that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Thank
on.
you for letting us play in your neighborhood.
Absolutely. Anytime.